injury on the injury front, obviously IK has a torn ACL and he's going to be out for the season. So really unfortunate, but there's where we are there. Aaron Williams is in the concussion protocol. Des Lewis has a shoulder contusion and is listed as day-to-day. And that's pretty much it. I think we had, I think Roby tweaked an ankle, but he seemed to be fine. So other than that, that's news on the injury front. Today's practice, you know, it's good to get back. There's more focus on specific things that we have to get better at. And you know, so you'll see that what we call a dealer's choice. It's almost like the offensive service and the defense and vice versa. You know, that little split period, that's what that's all about. And then as far as the game, pretty much what I thought it was when we talked about it the other night. You know, really impressed with some of the things we did defensively. I thought, you know, we gave up, I think, 1.3 or something like that per rush, and I think the running backs averaged under a yard. So I think that was really a positive thing. Gave up 2 monster plays, and other than that, I thought, you know, defense played really exactly what we thought, you know, last night or a couple nights ago. I mean, played extremely well, very poised, confident, and you know, really like almost a leader. Like guys were, you know, they were into it and they all believed that he was going to make a play, and that's encouraging to me. I thought a lot of those guys up front did some decent things. Adolphus, I think some of those, I don't know if the camera was on him or whatever, but you know, it seems like I had a lot of questions about him, how he played better than he practiced. I don't believe that. I think he's about the same. We've been impressed with him. That's why I was in that start. Well, I think it's a concern because you don't have. I think we'd all feel a lot better if Manny was practicing, but he's not. And until he does, you don't have that comfort level. I will say, and this, as I mentioned to you guys before about Zoe, you know, that Lorenzo Alexander, he would have been the guy we would have played. You know, if we started the game, he would have been our starter. So I feel great about him, but that wasn't why we brought him in. We brought him in here to be a dominant special teams player and to contribute on defense, and that's the
behind the
plan
top
we
two.
have. You know, we're still letting it sort out because you're right. There's, you know, Duke I thought had a really impressive game. Physical, like that's a Duke Williams we you know, that I've been wanting, you know, and but right down from his attitude and everything else, he's been a different guy this year. He's all in, and I think that's the best thing. Whether he's running with the 1s, 2s, or 3s, it doesn't matter. He's doing as good a job as he can, and you see a little bounce in the step, like and the physical talent that he has is impressive. I think Meeks is a guy. You keep waiting for him to really pick it up, and you're starting to see it. You know, a size, speed, tough guy. So that's been good. Blanton's been steady. Colt Anderson, I think, is underrated. I think we all know he's a tremendous special teams player, but I think he's a good football player as well. So, you know, all those guys are playing pretty decent. You know, and I think that's the main thing. And if it can make a little difference, then it's big for us, and we'll do everything we can to help our guys. And you know, I talked to Tyrod about it. He seems to really like it.
I'm assuming that's a separate film section. That's probably
Yeah.
the quarterbacks.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not. We don't necessarily go over it every single day either, but we definitely do it. He'll look at the quarterbacks will look at that. But yeah, you're right. It's not in the body of meetings.
The last thing
Yeah, Reggie it's a personal thing for Reggie, and he had, you know, it was something we had discussed.
Richie Incognito was working on the bike. How close do you
I see. I've learned through the years that you don't say, hey, he's going to play this one, and all of a sudden it doesn't happen. So I don't want to give you a timetable, but it's still the ribs that he's working through.